Are you losing more than usual in ranked? Because many people are asking, is MLBB matchmaking broken? It seems like every other queue feels like a nightmare with unbalanced teams, weird rank spreads, and loss streaks that don't make sense. Is this real or just ranked frustration talking? Today we're going deep into the current Mobile Legends Bang Bang matchmaking system and what players are really experiencing in 2026, straight from community sentiment and official system insights. Welcome back to Mobile Legends News. Matchmaking is the core of any competitive game, and in Mobile Legends, it decides whether you get a fair 5v5 battle or an unbalanced stomp. Officially, rank matches pair players based on rank and hidden performance metrics, aiming for balanced teams. However, lately, thousands of players have complained about massive skill gaps, chaotic teammates, and loss streaks that feel almost engineered. That's why today we'll unpack how the system works, what frustrations are trending right now, and whether MLBB's matchmaking is actually broken or just misunderstood. To understand whether MLBB's matchmaking is truly broken right now and why so many players feel like it's rigged, we first need to unpack how the system is designed, what players think is happening, and why perception plays such a massive role in ranked play. At its core, the matchmaking system in MLBB is a competitive pairing system designed to create balanced 5v5 matches. Officially, and contrary to some community theories, the game uses a hidden matchmaking rating, often referred to as MMR, that operates behind the star-based rank you see on the UI. This numeric value attempts to quantify your skill level and pair you with teammates and opponents of similar skill. Every player has an unseen MMR value, separate from the visible stars or current rank, which goes up when you win and down when you lose. Performance also matters, not just wins and losses, as getting MVP or high contribution in a match can give you more MMR gain than simply winning with low impact. The system tries to match players based on MMR similarity, meaning that higher skill players get more challenging games and lower skill players get easier ones, at least in theory. Your visible rank, from Warrior to Mythic, is actually a reflection of your progression, not the exact skill score the matchmaking system uses. Despite this design, the mechanics are opaque. Moonson has never provided a fully detailed public explainer of the algorithm, so players only see stars and divisions on their rank screen, not the numerical MMR. This lack of transparency is the root of such frustration surrounding matchmaking. While your rank stars determine your level, it's really your hidden MMR that decides who you get matched with. This leads to some common pain points. You might earn stars rapidly through streaks or star protection, but the underlying MMR may still be lower, which means you are technically being matched with players above your actual skill level, a situation that can often feel unfair. At the start of a new season or after resets, star and MMR alignment can be wildly different, causing large swings in matchmaking quality. If you queue with friends in higher or lower ranks, the system averages your MMR, which can stretch balance and make solo queue feel harsher than duo or trio parties. These structural quirks mean that even if the algorithm is functioning correctly, your experience can still feel lopsided. And this is often where misconceptions like the so-called dark system take hold. The dark system is one of the most persistent theories in the MLBB community. The idea is that the game intentionally punishes players after a win streak with a series of unwinnable matches to force a roughly 50% win-loss ratio. The community believes that after multiple wins, the dark system makes your games harder with worse teammates or stronger enemies, supposedly slowing your progression. However, there is no official confirmation from Moonson that such a system exists as described by players. The dark system is more of a community urban legend sparked by patterns in matchmaking that feel rigged, but are likely just side effects of how hidden MMR and visible rank interact. So, why do so many players swear it exists? If you win 3 games in a row, your MMR rises and the system starts pairing you with higher skilled opponents. That is not punishment. It is simply the system doing its job. Yet humans are great at noticing patterns. especially dramatic ones. And those next few losses suddenly feel like the game is against you. This is known in psychology as pattern recognition bias, and it is a major reason the dark system myth persists. Another source of perceived matchmaking breakage comes from how MLBB handles flex queues when players queue with friends of different ranks. If you queue with someone one rank higher or lower, you may face opponents well above or below your own skill level. The system generally follows the highest ranked player in the party when selecting matchmaking pools. This can create matches where teammates feel wildly different, leading to blowouts or glaring mismatches, which players often blame on bad matchmaking. In reality, these mismatches stem from how the rank spread mechanic works. Losses also feel worse than wins feel good. This is a universal cognitive bias called negativity bias, and it is amplified when players experience tilt, the frustration spiral after consecutive losses. Even a perfectly fair matchmaking system can feel like it is out to get you when you start fixating on teammates' mistake, sequencing losses with a systemic problem rather than random variants, and remembering the most dramatic moments while forgetting the balanced matches you won without complaint. This psychological effect is another reason why communities latch onto concepts like the dark system. It is not necessarily rigging, but human perception seeking stories behind frustrating experiences. Several common misunderstandings contribute to complaints about matchmaking too. Players often expect perfectly fair matches every time, but the system only aims for balanced average outcomes across many games, not perfection in each one. Some believe high MMR players should face their other high MMR players, but the system increases variance as skill rises to find suitable matches, which can result in opponents who feel too strong or coordinated. Others blame bad teammates for proving the system is broken, yet poor team performance occurs in every competitive game because separate players with varying understanding of objectives are matched together. And finally, many feel that loss streaks indicate the system is against them, but statistical variance ensures that even highly skilled players will go on losing streaks, especially in solo queue where randomness plays a bigger role. These misunderstandings fuel the perception that matchmaking is broken, even when the underlying system is performing as intended. While it's easy to feel frustrated after a streak of unexpected losses or mismatched teammates, the key insight is that most of these inconsistencies are not evidence of a broken matchmaking system, but rather a combination of algorithmic balancing and human perception. The matchmaking system in MLBB is designed to adjust based on hidden MMR, average party skill, and performance metrics, which means you will inevitably face games that feel either way too easy or way too hard. These moments are part of how the system ensures long-term fairness and progression across millions of players. Understanding this can fundamentally shift how you approach ranked play. Instead of viewing a sudden loss streak as punishment, recognizing that it reflects your current MMR and the statistical variance of competitive matchmaking allows you to make smarter decisions. This includes choosing heroes you perform best on, coordinating better with teammates when possible, and managing tilt to maintain focus and consistency. By seeing ranked games through this lens, players can transform frustration into strategy, leveraging their knowledge of the system to climb more efficiently, rather than feeling helpless against perceived rigged matches. The psychological element also plays a huge role. Being aware of pattern recognition bias and negativity bias helps players keep perspective and maintain confidence even when matches don't go their way. Ultimately, the better you understand how matchmaking works and how human perception reflects your experience, the more control you have over your own ranked journey, turning what feels like chaos into a strategic advantage. In summary, Mobile Legends Bang Bang matchmaking may feel inconsistent at times, but it still is fundamentally designed to maintain balance over the long term, rewarding skill and performance and adaptability while accounting for natural variance in player experiences. Now, I want to hear from you. Share your ranked experience in the comments below and tell us whether you've noticed streaks or mismatches in your games. And don't forget to check out our next video where we break down expert strategies to climb rank even when matchmaking feels unpredictable. Till next time.